welcome to the Book of Enoch, where we're going through the Book of Enoch verse by verse, because it's really a great example of what it'll be like in the days of Noah. And a couple things about this series. It's been a bit since I've filmed, primarily because I felt called by God to always film from a cave. And I've had a heart condition, so I was a little nervous to go get in a cave and have something happen and I'm just off in the middle of the wilderness in a cave somewhere. If I had some sort of heart issues. So I've been waiting, procedure's over, I'm doing great, so we're back in the cave. But where we left off in Enoch is several angels have fallen, lain with women, gave rise to a race of Nephilim that consumed mankind, figuratively and literally. Not only did they enslave them and dominate over them, but they literally ate them. And these Nephilim, some of them were giants, were taught secrets of the universe by their fathers, who taught it to their mothers, and their mothers taught it to them, that God did not want these angels to share secrets of weaponry, how to control beautiful things like jewelry and makeup, and manipulate really the things of the earth in such a way to dominate the earth. And then these fallen angels seek Enoch to go plead with God on their behalf, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're just going to pick it up where we left off. Enoch 16, starting verse 1. From the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the souls of whose flesh and spirits have gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgment. Thus shall they destroy until the day of the consummation, the great judgment in which the age shall be consummated over the watchers and the godless, yea, shall be wholly consummated. And now, as to the watchers who have sent thee to intercede for them, who had been aforetime in heaven, say to them, you have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you. And ye know, worthless ones, and these in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women, and through these mysteries women and men work much evil on the earth. Say to them, therefore, you have no peace. So it's really important that, oftentimes, especially when we look at the Genesis version of this, that we see, well, these angels lusted after women, and they laid with women, and they gave birth to giants. But it's really more than that. And here what God's saying is that it's not just that. And we talked about this in the last episode, that man's spirit, our dwelling place is here on earth. An angel's spirit's dwelling place is in heaven and is eternal. And so the problem was, last time, was this whole idea that, well, one, their dwelling place is in heaven, man's dwelling place on earth, so you gave rise, so you laid with these women who have a different dwelling place than you. They're mortal, so they're going to die. And he gave rise to these creatures who are wicked, but they came from the spirit of the earth, so their dwelling place is the earth. So so as the father, as an angel who is their father, you're going to lose your wife and you're going to lose your children. And then you're going to be eternally put into a hole in the ground, ultimately. But it goes beyond that. It's not just what we see in Genesis, where they laid with women and gave rise to Nephilim, and then there was much wickedness on the earth. It was really about what they taught them, and what they taught them was the secrets of working metal and making weapons and jewelry and things like that. But yet what God says here, you have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you, and you knew worthless ones. So ultimately, when you look at what it's going to be like in the days of Noah, in the end times, it's going to be very similar. There's going to be a race of Nephilim who will then dominate the earth by making weapons, controlling the jewelry industry, the fashion industry, the makeup industry, the diamond industry, the oil industry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then they will consume mankind. But the thing is these secrets, these mysteries that they know, according to God, they're worthless ones. yes, they allowed them to dominate the earth, but when it comes to the mysteries of the universe, they are the worthless ones. They are the worthless ones. And it's very important that we as humans kind of wake up to this idea that they're worthless. Making weapons, jewelry, makeup, doing all these things that was taught to the Nephilim. I mean, let's go back to that. Let's go back to chapter 8. And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Semjazah taught enchantments and root cutting, Amaroros the resolving of enchantments. Barakajal taught astrology, Kokobel the constellations, Azakiel the knowledge of the clouds, Arakiel the sign of the earth, Shamsiel the signs of the sun, and Seriel the course of the moon. And as men perished, they cried, and their cry went up to heaven. So here, according to God, really what they taught them was worthless. And we have to, well, why was that worthless? If it allowed them to consume the earth, well, it's because of the dwelling place again. You know, if you're going to dwell on earth and then you're mortal and you die, that's probably some helpful stuff. But when it comes to the secrets of heaven, it's worthless. It's a vapor. Your life is just what, a flash of the eye. You know, it's what's eternal that is the big deal. And that's really why this is so critical. So there you go, man. These secrets of the universe and earth that was taught to the Nephilim is worthless. Any thoughts or insight on that? Definitely put that below. I do want to take a moment and say that we're partnering with Victory Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're giving away a fishing boat. Just call the number below, get a free entry. Just tell them God's Family and Gun. Just tell them God Family and Gun sent you, and tell them you want to be entered to win a free fishing boat. There you go. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God Family and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.